Hey guys, it's Sharon from Digital Nomad Quest, and today I'm here with AJ. And maybe AJ, you can tell us about yourself.
I'm in the financial services business, and I'm here today to learn from somebody who I think is an expert because she's been doing this for a while. And I just want to learn more about social media marketing and using platforms like YouTube and Facebook to help with my business.
Sweet. So I guess I'm like trying to do this Ask Sharon series. So, whatever questions you have, go ahead and ask away.
So first of all, I just want to know what made you want to get into social media. What would you call it, blogging or?
Well, I first started with blogging. I was doing Etsy and I think Kindle books. I was trying out different passive income methods, and my idea was I was going to teach people how to make passive income online. And I also had a travel blog. I was like testing different things, right? So blogging was new to me. I had never like made a website before, but it was like really cool to learn more about blogging, SEO, and all that. And then after that, I quit my job, traveled the world for 2 years, started building passive income through different means. Like I told you before, Etsy, Amazon, and yeah, they all kind of worked. And now I'm like expanding more to YouTube and podcasting. But I basically repurposed the audio from YouTube to podcast. So I'm mainly focused on YouTube and blogging, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess for somebody like me who's just getting started, and forever anyone else who's listening to this and they're just getting started as well, how long was the process to get you started on your first video?
Oh, my first video. Well, okay, I actually been YouTubing for a long time. So I started with music. And I started making YouTube videos in high school. That was like a long time ago, like maybe 2006 or something like that. But I was doing it for fun. I was just like using my webcam, like recording covers. And then afterwards I started like getting more serious about that. And then I like rebranded, made a new YouTube channel. Stopped maybe 3 years ago or something. My idea was to achieve financial freedom and then work on music after. But now I'm doing YouTube for basically a different channel, and I'm teaching about the online business world and passive income, financial freedom stuff. And that started 2 months ago or something like that. I'm pretty familiar with the platform, and it's just about like being consistent, cranking out videos, like not just giving up when you're tired, It's just all about consistency. So
I see. So it started off from a hobby, and then you turned it into using it to brand yourself.
Kind of, because I think I was pretty serious about music too. I wanted to build that up for a bit, but then later I realized because I was working a job and I was doing it on the side, I didn't have that much time to work on music, and I thought if I achieved financial freedom, then I could lock myself in a studio and work. So it's something that I could go back to in the future. I don't know if it's like a hobby or it's like a passion, I would say. I think my passion is creating, and I think that can apply to many different areas. That's like business or music, or writing could be something. Even building a house would be cool in my opinion. So it's really random stuff, but just creating is my thing. Yeah.
I see. So I kind of want to ask you, what is ultimate end goal with social media? You said achieving financial independence.
Yeah.
What is your ultimate goal in life, and how is this all going to lead to that?
I would say my purpose is creating to create impact for people. So whatever projects I make impact other people. So end goal, I think, is just to do the stuff I love and not be restricted to having to make money or things like that. It's this whole passive income, financial freedom thing is so that I don't have to think about money. And then after that is where I really just kind of live my life or whatever, and do things I love. But actually right now too, building this content for people is actually pretty fulfilling, because it's merging the whole passion of creating with helping people. Right now you're getting advice and I can help you out, so it feels good. It's fulfilling.
And I've noticed while we were doing the interview, I would say you're pretty good at public speaking. You don't
Really?
stutter. You don't stutter that much. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect, right? And I stutter too a little bit. And I stumble on some words and sentences and stuff like that. But for somebody who's thinking about getting into this, but then they're struggling with their public speaking or
Yeah.
their speech, what would be your advice? Did you practice, or do you just turn on the camera, you just did it, and you just get better and better and better?
Yeah.
And then it just happened. you probably just get better subconsciously? Like, what would be your advice on that?
It's like funny that you're saying this because I interviewed my boyfriend on a previous video about this exact thing of like, how do I get better at public speaking? Because I always like stutter and say and stuff like that.
You actually didn't. I didn't hear you the whole interview until you just did
nice.
it just now. But yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah.
Okay, that is nice. I think it's because you're asking me about my personal experience, so it's like I know this topic. Like I better know it. Let's see. So you're asking how do you get better at speaking to the camera mainly?
Exactly.
Because you've done public speaking, right?
I've done public speaking, but for me it's a little weird when a camera's on. I just act like a totally different person.
Okay, yeah.
But yes, I've done public speaking, and for me, how I got better, just kept on practicing and kept on doing it. So, and I even attended. I don't know if anyone knows about this, but there's a thing called Toastmasters.
Yeah.
It's like so it's a meetup group, and they help you get better at speech. So I did do a couple of those.
So yeah, I guess with the camera, I guess I've done it for a while, so maybe that's why it's a little bit more natural to me, but it's still not totally, because when I did the music thing, I was too scared to speak in front of the camera, so I never talked in any of my videos. Part of it was like I didn't like my talking voice. I thought it was really scary to think on the spot and like talk. Music was a little different. But I think, yeah, kind of what you said, it's just like practice, right? You just keep doing it. When it's on camera, you can edit it, you know? So I think like if I mess up, it's okay. Like if we have pauses right now, it's okay. I can just cut it. So with that mentality, I can go into it a little more confident. I don't know, maybe. You know, I've done like interviews as well on camera, and I'm still super nervous. So I think it's all practice, and it's only been 2 months or so doing this, and I'm just gonna keep trying to do this until I'm like super confident, yeah.
And then for somebody who's getting started in this, and let's say they don't have any equipment, and they're going to start investing money into doing this, does it cost a whole lot to get started and, you know, get the equipment, microphone, camera?
Yeah, I would say don't even worry about gear when you're first starting. Don't trip about that, because you can still give a lot of value when it's just like your iPhone or like Android phone, whatever. I've seen like crappy videos get tons of views, like without any editing or anything. If you want this gear, this microphone was really cheap, like $20 or something like that. This camera, I think it was $500 or something like that. I guess I've invested into camera gear before, so I'm like kind of comfortable with it. I think it provides value. It's good. To me, it's just like an investment in gear. And I think this camera is cool because I love the flip screen thing.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And it's like also if I touch this, it focuses. So whatever face you want to touch, it'll focus. And it's just like, it's small. It's not one of the DSLRs where you attach the lens.
Yeah.
So it's like easy to carry around if you went traveling or anything. It's nice. I recommend this. It's a Canon G7X, but when you're just starting, you can just use your phone, to be honest. Use your phone and just keep making videos and keep upgrading as you go when you feel comfortable with it.
When you got started, was there anyone that you followed to learn, or did you just jump in and do it? And even till now, are you still like, is there anyone out there that you're watching that you're still learning from?
When I first started, I think I just watched other musicians because I was doing music. But when it comes to getting good at the YouTube part, like actually honing the YouTube part, because I think there's actually a lot of things to learn now. It's advanced a lot. The platform's advanced a lot. There's tricks when it comes to SEO, titles you use, the thumbnails you use, the equipment, right? I sometimes look at Sunny Lenarduzzi, I think that's her name, Sunny Lenarduzzi's channel, and then another one's Nick Nimmin. Those are the two I watch. But I think also another tip is probably to look in your niche and see what other people who are successful in your niche, what are they doing? And maybe look at what videos they're creating and be like, oh, which ones are the most popular ones? Maybe I can make a version of that if you have like good advice around that. I guess it's two parts, right? One is like looking at the successful YouTubers in your niche. The other one is looking at channels that actually specifically teach tips around YouTube.
I see. Okay. And for those of you, people who don't know, what is your niche?
So I am teaching basically about making passive income online businesses. And it's all about kind of financial freedom and entrepreneurship and self-development, I would say.
Awesome. Great. I think that's all the questions I have for now. If I come up with more, maybe we could do another video.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And maybe you might see me do a video, but we'll see. She's pushing me to do it.
Yeah. If you start one, I will link in the description.
Awesome.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks.